We should ask our Twitter question to one of the guys that has been receiving some of our responses. Skyler Halford, back in studio, BYU senior guard during the 3-game win streak. Skyler,
Or to Leggery North Mission.
Yes,
What's up?
I pointed out to you on Saturday night, you have gone 18 points, 17 points, now 18 points. Whatever you're doing, man, we like it. Keep it up. But have you felt a difference in your game at all over this last 3-game win streak?
Not really. I'm just trying to be confident and take the shots that are given to me. And, I mean, with a guy like Anson going down, who's a big-time scorer for us, we need people to step up. And I'm just trying to step up, when the opportunity presents itself. And when my number's called on, when I get that open shot, I'm going to try and knock it down just like anybody else on our team.
So the loss to Pepperdine happens. And then the next 3, there's been this major difference. It seems like it's been defense and rebounding. Is that what you can point to?
Definitely. That's for us, it's a huge key. Coach, he talked to us one day, and he was like, I know, it's obvious that the team that scores the most buckets wins the game. But for us, it's different. Everything, the correlation is just different. When we rebound more and, we get stops, we win. And that's what correlates to our great shooting. And that's what correlates to our, us winning the ball games and making baskets for us is rebounding and defense. So, yeah. And
it seems to me, and I've been thinking about this logistically, you guys are asked to run so much. Okay, get up and down, make or miss.
Mm-hmm.
And play defense at a high level. How do you have enough energy to do all that?
I think it's more a mental thing than physical. You have to just get your mindset right and know that that's what you need to do. And we have plenty of guys on the bench. If you need a rest stint to come out, coaches have told us, tell us. We need people in there who've got energy. And
can you really tap out, though?
I mean, you try to go as long as you can. You don't want to, but if you are tired, I mean, there was a time we even looked at it in film one time where I hope this isn't calling him out, but because it was a good thing. But Chase hit a 3, and he'd been playing so hard. He looked over at Coach and was like, "Do you remember that?" And he was like, "Coach, get me." So we're trying to just go as hard as we can until we can't go anymore, and then get a sub if needed.
Have you ever been tired ever at BYU, Skyler?
Yeah, there's been a time or two where you get a little winded, and luckily there's that media break or a timeout's called. You can get that wind again. It just takes a little bit to catch your wind.
You're the guy that drinks the most water, I believe, that I've noticed behind the bench. When there's a foul shot, you're like, water. Am I wrong?
Oh no, you're definitely right, and I'm pretty adamant about it. I'm like yelling at people, get me water, because
you just came out of a timeout too. I was like, wait, the timeout wasn't enough?
It's the weirdest thing. Like I'll step onto the floor and there'll be like one play, and all of a sudden my mouth is just dry, and I'm like, I can barely talk. I'm just like, we're in zone, guys, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. And so, and I'll be drinking before the game and getting the water in me. And for some reason, as soon as I step on the floor, I just get that cotton mouth right at the beginning. So I'm just like, now the managers know. They're like, water. There's just a water at my shoulder every timeout, every break.
Have you ever had to use the restroom in the middle of a game? And you just have to wait till halftime or at the end of the game?
No, I haven't. I mean, your mind just is on the game, so you don't think of anything else. But I mean, after the game, you got a lot of water inside.
I always imagine that in basketball. You could make it to the locker room. Football, it's like, good luck, man.
So what is the most impressive part about BYU and the way that you've played the last 3 games on the basketball court?
I think it's just our guys have really responded to the coaches. They've really hit us hard with what needs to be done, and they understand. The coaches are telling us we've still got a really good chance at this, and there's a long season and
at making the tournament specifically.
Yeah, making the tournament, and it's going to take some extra effort. It's going to take some extra leadership from our guys, and he's let us know that. And I think we've responded to it. Each guy has responded to it in a different way, but collectively as a group, we're responding in the right way, and we're making things happen on defense. And we see the difference now in the rebounding and us winning the rebounding battle. And I think that's just testament to us responding to the coaches' challenges.
A couple games ago, Josh Sharp was good friends with the bench. Now he's getting MVP chance in the Marriott Center. What kind of difference has he made?
He's like, for me, the first thing that comes to my mind is just X factor. You might not
call
see
it Y factor. Here.
Oh, the Y factor. I'm sorry, Y factor. Yes, he's the Y factor for us. So I mean, he may not score double figures every game, but man, he just makes the biggest difference, on those offensive rebounds he gets, and just rebounding in general. And he's a long body. He can jump, and he makes up with maybe lack of size with his jumping ability. and it just makes the game so much easier for us. I feel like when he's on the floor, those extra possessions, like I said, it's a big mental thing. And when you get those extra rebounds and those extra possessions, it just does so much more for our whole team inside your head and inside your mind. Yeah.
Skyler Halford with this BYU senior guard on BYU Sports Nation. It was a calculated move to bring you back on this day, Skyler, because
Oh boy.
if you remember, last year before the San Diego game,
Oh yeah.
we had you on making your show debut.
That was the reveal of the karma.
That was like,
That's right.
okay, yep, it is official. The BYU Sports Nation karma is
Day
a real
one,
thing.
baby.
28.
You scored 28 points against San Diego.
In a game that you came off 2 bad losses and had to have.
That's right.
Well, let me ask you, who do you play next?
San Diego.
That is correct.
Yes,
on
it is. At
Thursday.
home. Thursday, baby. 8 o'clock.
The Torero's in town. It will be the final time you play in front of a home crowd.
Let's hope. Right?
Yeah,
It
no,
will be the final time.
It will be. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
In front of a home crowd. What are the emotions as you approach a game like that?
I don't know. Honestly, it really hasn't quite hit me yet. But I was thinking about it over the weekend, and I'm just like, last time being in front of the crowds, it's been an amazing run, and
I'm
I couldn't
tearing
have
up
asked.
right now thinking about it.
Oh, so sad. It is pretty
Cue
sad.
the Sarah McLachlan music.
But honestly, I couldn't be, I guess, more grateful to have the opportunity that I've had up to this point to play in front of those fans. They're amazing. They do so much for this program. If it wasn't for them, a lot of us wouldn't be here. And so I'm really excited. It's kind of a bittersweet moment, but it'll be fun.
That's San Diego, and that's Thursday night. I want to go back to the triple-double. It was really weird because you win the game by 25. Tyler scores 20. You scored, what, 18? But everyone's talking about how Kyle didn't get the triple-double, and he subbed out and
So
whatever.
close.
As soon as the game ends and in the locker room, what's the conversation like with Kyle?
He's so laid back about it. He doesn't talk about it much. He just you could see in the post game interviews, he's just like, it's all right, we'll all survive, And
That was funny.
and that's the truth. We're trying our best out there, and he is too. He doesn't know. We just want to get a win, and if the triple double comes, then great. At least that's how I feel like he sees it. And if not, then it was close. And we tried. I honestly didn't know either. And
You didn't know? So
No.
when you put the intentional foul, you didn't know, like, if I pull up, this could be the 10th assist?
no, because I was trying to. Every time that happens, I'm trying to figure out, because Chase shoots his 3, and honestly, the first thing that came to my mind was, how many threes does Chase hit? Like, wait, is this like a big one?
Because the crowd, there's like this
There's
weird
just a feel.
energy, right?
Yeah, you can just feel it as soon as he shot it. And I was like, because I look and I see Chase shooting it, and I'm like, I was thinking he can't have 10 threes like in in Hawaii. I was like,
yeah.
wait a minute, I'm completely lost in this game if he has that many threes. And then I shot mine, and then I started looking at people, and then Kyle went out, and everybody started booing, and I was like,
Why are they booing?
Wait, okay. I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I looked at the film back, and I was like, man, if I could have just shot it as soon as I got it, because I noticed I did take a dribble. But when you're in the moment like that, you don't even really think.
Mm-hmm.
And
We're up 25 and we're getting booed by our home fans. What is wrong?
I
was
don't blame. A lot of fans were like, why take him out? You know. It was a 22-point lead, and it was starting to get chippy. There was an intentional foul. It was getting weird. I don't blame.
Think about it. Would you rather have
anybody.
a triple double or somebody get a serious injury and they're out? So I think, you don't see that latter effect happening because he took him out. So you think of Derrick Rose. Things that happen. Coaches like, oh, I should have taken him out, whatever. But just things like that. So
how did I'm still flabbergasted that, like, you guys don't know in that situation. Like, you're up 20. Like, you can mess around a little bit, right?
right.
You can
Honestly,
get, like, let's get him one assist. Let's get him.
You
He
would
knew.
think
He
that.
didn't go up for the layup. He passed it to you.
Right. You would think.
He had to know.
Well, Geehe's right there, and I think he saw me in his rearview, mirror or whatever. He just got it and passed it to me. So I don't know what. For me personally, it's like my parents, they'll talk to me after the game. Did you hear us cheering? We had lower seats this time. We were like yelling at you, and I'm like, I can't hear a thing. Like, honestly, you're so focused on the game plan and just winning the game. You honestly can't think about anything else until the clock hits 0. That's just the honest truth. And then after the fact, all these things start popping in your mind. Oh wait, triple double. Oh, how many to win by? Who do we got next? Just other things start coming in your mind. But until then, it's just the game.
And after the game, Spencer said to you, he goes, look at you, man. 18, 6, and 3. And your reaction was, woo.
Woo, cool.
That was awesome.
I like it. Yeah, that was a really funny moment.
We're
Skyler
making
Halford
a
with
bigger
us
deal about it.
on BYU Sports Nation. What is the feel in the locker room right now? How are the guys feeling, and what are the conversations like? What's happening there?
I think we all got a good feel to ourselves. I mean, it always helps when you win. You're always happy, and to beat St. Mary's and Pacific in the same weekend is, I think, a great accomplishment. And by the way we won and how we did it, especially Pacific, it was tough that first half, and it was close at the half, and we just killed St. Mary's, who's a really good team, second place in the conference. But then that second half, I think we really showed, we showed who we want to be again and what we want to do and what we want to accomplish in the future.
Do you know the longest win streak this year for BYU?
I think it's 3. Is that right? Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
That's what I heard.
It's a grand total of 3. It's happened
know.
5 times. You have a chance to go for 4 on Saturday. We haven't had a comment from you or anyone about the facility upgrades and what we're calling the YMCA, the practice facility. I know you're a senior now, but what do you think of this for BYU hoops?
I think it's great. It's a great accomplishment for everybody here at BYU, and I'll definitely be back to shoot a couple shots. I mean, I might not be on the team, but I'll come back and get some reps. But I think it's great. I think it's a huge recruiting tool today in the game of basketball in college. A lot of teams have that practice facility, and young kids, they love to see they just love the awe moment, like, wow, the practice facility is really cool. And so I think it'll help them in the future with recruiting, overall skill development as well. It's a place where guys can go in the gym any time of day and work on their game.
Well, you can come back too. I'm thinking to have like an emeritus locker room for you guys.
Maybe, I hope so.
That was part of the conversation.
Really?
It was like an alumni section where you can
Oh,
back.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but that would be sweet.
If I'm you, like day one, I'm like, I'm here. Got like a Johnny Appleseed
Alumni, I'm ready. Where's my locker?
Jeremy and I want to play pickup, and Dave Rose kind of gave us like a half of an invitation the last time he was here.
It was more like you can come in and play. We play catch on his lawn in the right center. Sometimes he's like, you can come in during the winter. Maybe we'll have to.
Yeah,
sneak
no
behind
basketball,
you.
but a baseball.
Yeah.
We need to like lock up a time where we can just have some pickup games.
I just
With
want a
our
locker.
alumni.
I only want a locker. That's all I want.
You're not
I'm
gonna get a
I'm
locker.
I'm not picky. Juddy will hook me up with a locker.
Oh, we'll
my
get a
goodness.
2-on-2. I'm sure I could ask Ty, and after the season,
Me and
could get
Ty?
a little-
Is that the teams right now? Is that
I
what we're
would
saying?
take it. I would take it. I'm
You
ready.
and Ty?
Ty and I.
Oh, well, Sky and I will dominate you
Yeah.
every time, bro.
I mean, there you go. Mark it.
It's,
This day.
it's
It's been
essentially
said.
2. If you're playing with Tyler, it's 2-on-1, bro.
Okay. Yeah. And you're the one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, I was gonna throw that out there, but I didn't. I had that in my head. Somebody was gonna say it.
Skyler, good luck against San Diego. I'm sure that loss in Southern California will help motivate you guys
Definitely.
every bit that you need to be motivated.
Yep.
Just let it linger there. Think about it. Get angry.
It's funny because Coach, he brings it up every now and then, and it does, because it was bad that second half. I mean, against Pepperdine, we were so close, and the coaches, they don't ever want to watch that film again. It's just kind of like, my goodness.
I burned it.
Skyler, great to have you with us, man.
Thanks.